5 to 2. Let's see who's in the listening corner today.
Who's in the listening corner today? It's me, Louis. Hello. I've been to a very special kind of shop today to buy some useful things for the listening corner garden. It was a garden shop, and I brought back 3 large parcels. See if you can guess what's inside them. The first parcel is the biggest, and it's quite heavy. Inside it is something with a long wooden handle and a flat metal piece at the end. And it's very useful for digging. Have you guessed what it is? It's a garden spade. Now my next parcel is a bit smaller. And inside this one is something with 2 wooden handles and 2 long, sharp blades. I better be careful with those. They'll be useful for keeping my hedge tidy. Have you guessed what they are? They're garden shears for clipping hedges. And my last parcel is an unusual shape. Inside it, there's something with a long spout, and there's a handle on the other side. It's made of plastic, and I'll have to fill it up with water before I can use it. I'm sure you know what that is. It's a watering can. Well, looks as though I'll be pretty busy in the listening corner garden with all those tools. The garden doesn't look very tidy at the moment, but it isn't quite as untidy as the garden in this poem. Pam Ayres is going to tell us about it.
There's a mattress in our garden with moss upon the springs, a bicycle without a hub, a guitar without strings. There's a sailing boat in the rain, but beside the wooden shed, a duck floats in the dustbin lid under the iron bed. There's a cooker in our garden and an old settee, an empty bag, a golf club and a broken down TV. All in our back garden.
Does your garden have any of those things in it? In the summertime, lots of flowers grow in gardens, and I know a song about some of them.
How many kinds of sweet flowers grow? Can you see some in your garden? I'll sing you now of some of them I know in the listening corner garden. Daffodils and daisies too, roses red and violets blue, snapdragon, snowdrops, sunflowers tall. There are lupins, lilacs and forget-me-nots in the listening corner garden.
Have you seen any of those flowers? Flowers grow from seeds, and I bought some seeds from the garden shop. They're in a small packet, and there's a picture of the flowers on the packet. They're tall yellow flowers, and they remind me of the sun. Do you know what they are? Yes, they're sunflowers. It's time for our story now.
Grandad and Nicky visited them every day until the robins were able to fly out of the shed door and into the garden. Nicky hopes they'll come again next spring to nest in her watering can in the shed. Well, I'd better check my watering can and my garden shed to see if any birds have made their nests there. I'll be back tomorrow with a story about a great big vegetable which grew in a garden. It's a round white vegetable with a green top, and if you can't guess what it is, you'll find out tomorrow. Goodbye.
Gosh, I'm looking forward to that story too. Till tomorrow, goodbye.
In Corner was presented by Louise Robinson.
The frequencies are on page 77 of Radio Times. In 10 minutes on this frequency we have BBC Education. But first, with the time at 5 to 2, let's see who's in the listening corner today.
Who's in the listening corner today? It's me, Louis. Well, I've planted all my seeds in the listening corner garden. I've planted flower seeds and vegetable seeds. But I've had to be a bit careful because some of the seeds have been eaten up by... Can you guess? Yes, birds. All sorts of birds have come to the listening corner garden, and they're always looking for food.
How many kinds of birds fly around? Have you seen some in your garden? I'll sing you now of some of them I found in the listening corner garden. Robin redbreast, Jenny wren, pecking at the seeds, and then blue tits, blackbirds, song thrushes sing, sparrows and starlings with brown speckled wings in the listening corner garden.
I threw some crumbs out for the birds, so perhaps they won't eat my seeds now. I like to have birds in the garden. They make it nice and colourful, although there's going to be plenty of colour when all of my flowers start to grow. Yellow sunflowers, blue lupins, blue cornflowers, red poppies and roses, all the colours you can think of. Oh, and one of my favourites, lavender, like the lavender in this song.
Lavender's blue, dilly dilly, lavender's green. When I am king, dilly dilly, you shall be queen.
Who told you so, dilly dilly? Who told you so?
'Twas mine own heart, dilly dilly, that told me so.
Roses are red, dilly dilly, violets are blue. Because you love me, dilly dilly, I will love you. Let the birds sing, dilly dilly, and the lambs play. We shall be safe, dilly dilly, out of harm's way.
We have a story today about someone who had a beautiful garden with plenty of colourful flowers in it. Pam Ayres is going to tell us about Waldo's garden.
We don't need. Soon the birds began to sing in Waldo's trees. The bees hummed as they buzzed from flower to flower, and passers-by stopped to admire the flowers once more. And everything in the garden was lovely. And I'm going out to do some of my gardening now. A bit of weeding, bit of hedge clipping, tidy up the lawn. And no magic spell to help me. I'll be back tomorrow with a story about a king who wore a very unusual crown. Bye till then.
I'm afraid it's time to leave Pam Ayres and her garden, and also the Listening Corner garden for today. Goodbye.
Listening Corner was presented by Louis Robin.